Hello and welcome to my new moon in Aquarius energy tarot reading for February 2024, or whenever you happen to find this little piece of magic that is waiting for you on the internet. Okay, it's the first new moon in Aquarius with Pluto in Aquarius, about to begin a 20-year adventure together. It is a beautiful moment, an incredibly powerful moment. And I just created the Gaia's Love podcast talking about like the awareness, being in the awareness of the magic as the magic is happening. So if you feel inspired, you can go watch that and just feel all the bliss with me. What we're going to do in this video is pull 3 cards and look at the energy right now for the individual experience, the collective experience, and then the highest potential for the next lunar cycle. So from now until the new moon in Pisces in 1 month, what can guide us on this path? The energy last month was really powerful. The meditation that I offered in the extended reading, it was just part of the package. It was so beautiful. It was about sitting side by side together in a meditation space and imagining holding hands, you and me, just sitting 2 of Cups energy and steadying ourselves, preparing ourselves for all that is going to be arriving next. So if you need some steadiness, if you're arriving in this moment already feeling wobbly, it hasn't even gotten going yet. Pluto in Aquarius is like just showing us what's going to happen. If you already feel like that, I need someone to hold my hand, that meditation will be a beautiful resource for you. It will steady you. It will help you feel like, okay, all right, now what? Now what? And then today, when I'm done with this reading, I will be creating a new moon meditation for Aquarius energy. And I don't even know what it's going to be, but it feels really, really good. So all of that will be available for you if you need it. Okay, let's pull some cards. So 3 cards. We're using the Lightseers Tarot. If you don't know that deck, it is this one of my favorites. And then in the extended reading, I'll use the Osho Zen Tarot deck, which is like my go-to, the ones that I've pulled cards for years now. I don't even know, 10 years, 11 years I've been using that deck. Like, it's so worn and beautiful and amazing. Okay, the individual now first. So good. Page of Pentacles, if that is not the truth. We'll talk about that in a second. Whoops. The collective now. Five of Pentacles. If you watch these videos with me often, you will get why I'm laughing. I feel like this is the Groundhog Day card for me. It's like, oh my God, are we sitting at the damn door again? How many times are we going to sit at the door? But it'll be a new message because it's never been this collective energy before. So the 5 of Pentacles will be different. I mean, sort of. Oh God, life is just funny. And I believe laughing at it, at ourselves doing this life thing is what gets us through it. If we just stay serious all the time and we can't enjoy the craziness of this ride, get off the ride, right? Just like at the amusement park. If you can't laugh your way through it, you shouldn't have gotten on it in the first place. So let's get back to humor. Okay, we are going to look for the highest potential for the next lunar cycle. 10 of Swords. So powerful. Oh my God, this card, it says everything. So good. I love the colors in the cards too. The 3 together just have these really grounded, earthy colors, tans, browns, like a lot of spaciousness in the air. Like all 3 of the cards have a pretty consistent, like you could divide the cards into half almost, with groundedness and air. And I feel like that's a lot of what's happening for us right now. It's, can we stay grounded even in this air sign of Aquarius, which has so much happening in it? Aquarius right now has the sun, the new moon, Pluto, Mercury. I believe in the next couple of weeks, we're also going to have Venus, Mars, and one other one, I forget. And Uranus, which rules Aquarius, is conjunct tomorrow. It's doing something with the new moon tomorrow. There's such a focus on the energies of Aquarius, and that air energy, it's powerful. It kind of sweeps us up off of our feet and then gets us in this mental chatter. And so the more you can stay grounded, really follow your own practices, whatever they are, meditation, walking, yoga, breath work, sleeping, like whatever helps you stay in your body. Commit to those practices over this next cycle, at least the next, month for the lunar cycle. Be in your body as we move through this moment, because the power of presence is when you're here, not when you're up traveling the universe. As much as I love to travel the universe like everybody else, coming down and into the human moment is where the power sits. So to really navigate through this energy with the most personal power, the most ability to impact, to direct the energy in your own life, stay in your body. Which brings me to the individual now. Stay in your body. So go ahead and take a look at this card. What do you notice? What words come to mind? What energies do you feel in your body? I'd love it if you'd share some of those with me. I mean, I know what I see and what I share with you in the video, but it's really fun when, you come in and collaborate with me and hang out in the comments and tell me what you think, and then I get to hear your perspective too. That would be also Aquarius energy. It's a dialogue, it's a collaboration, it's communication happening within the community, not a one-way, right? Here's everything I know and then you do what you want. No, tell me. Let's engage. My favorite YouTube video people are the ones who say, like, tell me in the comments what you think, because I will go tell them in the comments what I experienced, and I'd love for you to be doing that here with me. So that's a direct invitation if you feel called. All right, this card, the individual now, what I would tell you is she, he, whatever, calls to you, is standing on their own wheel of fortune. You are the creator of your reality. You are the one that chose to come here into this human body. This was everything I talked about in Gaia's Love Podcast 464 that just happened. You chose to come activate your own wheel of fortune, your own karma, your own movement of the circle of life. Like, you chose to be here. And this card is a reminder, you're here now. What are you doing about it? How are you living in this human reality? Is this experience you're having what you actually want? Let me rephrase that. Your soul may think that it's what you need. Is your human actually getting what your human wants? And so is there a dialogue that needs to happen? Soul, mind, body, and heart. A lot of times, especially in meditation, when we can come into alignment and harmony and quiet the chatter of the mind for a moment and, nourish the body with what it needs, the soul can come through and show us the bigger picture. It can show us, like, there's more at play than what you realize in your humanness. So lean back, trust the process. Surrender to the creation that you've already activated and allow the magic to surprise you. Instead of trying to control it with your mind and then get so mad when it doesn't happen in the timing that you expect in the way that you thought it should, the more you can just lean back and go, I am constantly activating the wheel of fortune in my own reality. Every moment when I get up in the morning and breathe, I activate this karmic wheel. And my mind doesn't always understand how that wheel is moving or which points are all interacting with the person next to me. They have a karmic wheel too. They have a wheel of fortune. And how do our wheels overlap? How do they all weave together? The souls get that. But the humans, our minds, we're like, no, it's this. Surrender to the magic of it. Set your intentions, cast out your desires, visualize, create, and then surrender. Surrender, because it's happening. It's already happening. I had this dream the other night, and I woke up early in the morning, and I was just laying there. I'm like, okay, so let me visualize, feel my life a year from now. And what I'll do, like I'll get up in the morning and I'll have this and I'll feel this and I'll be going into this conversation and this community, dialogue and experience, and my life felt so much busier, not in a bad way, but it was more full than it is right now. And I was laying there like, whoa, okay, well, I have spaciousness right now. Instead of just being in this moment frustrated that it's not that moment, can I lean back into the spaciousness I have right now and just luxuriate in it, enjoy it, create in it, set the foundation for what's next in the spaciousness? Can I expand time and shift reality now? Because later it's going to be busier and it's going to feel different. And I'm going to look back at this moment and go, why were you so stressed out? That was so silly. Enjoy it. And so I shared that with my husband. I said, I think you've been telling me this for many years, but it landed today. It actually landed in my body. Enjoy it more. And that really is the feeling that this card, I think, wants to transmit. It's like you're already on the wheel turning it. You're able to hold this ridiculous tree pose. Do you know how hard it is to balance in tree pose like this? When I do it, I'm like this the whole time. I'll have a moment where I'm solid and then my body just starts weaving. I mean, I'll say she's got this. She's got this. She's holding the pentacle in her hand. And maybe some would say it's the pentacle under her feet, but I think it's the Wheel of Fortune. And you can look this card up, by the way, in the Lightseer website. You just put in Lightseer Tarot, and there's a whole website, and there's one whole page just for this card so that you can really explore more of it for yourself and do some journal prompts. You are the creator of everything you're experiencing, and this card is a reminder. And at the new moon in Aquarius, Pluto in Aquarius, you're creating the transformation you're about to move through in your human experience for the next 20 years. Be intentional and then lean back and allow it to unfold, because it will unfold with more magic than you could ever imagine. Because collectively, we're sitting at the door again. All right, take a look. I'll see. There we go. See what you notice about this card. Try to see if you can see the figure at the front. What do you notice? How does it make you feel? All right, let's look at this with fresh eyes in the Pluto in Aquarius energy. New moon in Aquarius. Well, what would I say? I guess I want to compare the two. So if this is the individual experience, the person is, sorry, I'm not so great at holding these, and, some tarot readers make it look so easy. I'm trying to look in the video thing to see how it looks on the screen for you, and there's just a lot. In the individual, she's standing up, she's active, she's doing. In the collectively, we're sitting down. She's wide awake, fully alert. We're kind of out of it, not wanting to look, not wanting to open the door, not wanting to move. Collectively, this is the human frequency or vibration. It's like, oh, nothing's going my way. I know there's light all around, but I actually prefer to kind of numb out and close my eyes and not think about it. And that just looks like a lot of work. Tree position's really hard. I don't want to stand up. I'm just the contrast between these. And I think our natural desire, like the life force, if it was moving through us as it's meant to, the life force has us up, active, doing, being, like we're vital, full of vitality. We've become sort of a sleepy collective, tired, maybe even discouraged collective human species. It's like we're overwhelmed. There's just a lot going on. We know that probably there's some light shining and doors that we could open and keys we could use to unlock it, but we're just sort of tired. Can you feel the difference? Pluto in Aquarius is going to come in and shake this up. rumble the energy around underneath the ground, rattle the door, move the keys around. Pluto's going to come in and go just like that. To get us to remember that we are this and to activate our journeys. Whether you're this or this, it doesn't matter. I feel like Pluto's going to come in and shake this up to get us to be more of this. So maybe this reading is just a hint, a nudge for you that it's about to happen. So maybe you want to stand up and start stretching, doing some yoga poses, because the highest potential for the next lunar cycle is get up and start walking. Get up from the door that you've been sitting behind, walk through the door and out into the adventure, because she's on her way. Could be a he, she, he. They're on their way to standing firmly in their own power. So here's the interesting thing I'm thinking of. If this is the individual now and this is the collective now, and individually we're standing up, why is this the collective experience? What I would say to clarify is, if you're watching this tarot reading, this is your individual experience. There's a match in the energy. This is my individual experience. I'm fully aware that I'm standing on my own wheel of fortune, creating my reality. I'm fully aware of this. This is my individual experience. And if you feel called to watch this with me, there's a magnetism, there's a like energy attracting like, that you are this too. Collectively, the majority of people are this. Felt important to clarify that. So, highest potential for the next lunar cycle. If you already know you are this, and it's already happening, how do you move now? Start moving. Start walking. Start creating action. It's like leave behind the reality that was, knowing you're walking into something that is completely undefined. There's nothing. Oh, I didn't give you a chance to look. Sorry. Here, do you want to take a look at it before I tell you what I think? See all the birds in the sky. Yeah. And it looks like she's walking into the wind. Like the wind is blowing her hair and her dress back. She's going against the winds of change. It's like she's forging her way into it. And maybe it'll feel like there's some resistance, especially if you arrived here and you're like, okay, Viv, you're this, and I want to be this. I'm actually more this. I want to emerge as this. That's why I came to watch the video, but I'm really more this. Then this energy of this card may say it's going to feel, there's going to be resistance to stand up, plant your feet on the ground, open the door, walk through the door. It might feel like, oh my God, it's taking every drop of my energy and my focus just to get myself moving. It's okay. Like, you're moving. Good job. Good job. Because when you move, you activate the wheel of fortune. You start turning the wheel again because you're moving. You're up. So you might stand up, walk through the door, whatever the door is for you. It's often fear. It's like the fear of change, the fear of the new, the fear of old patterns limiting you, like, ugh. But you walk through the door. You get to the other side. You may just stand for a while. You may just need to, like, get your bearings. Breathe, ground, Be the tree. Don't put your foot up and hold tree pose. Just stand. Be the tree. Let yourself calibrate to the new frequency. This is Pluto in Aquarius for 20 years. You can pace yourself. It's more, can you activate the change at this new moon in Aquarius energy? Can you stand up and like, oh, okay. There's plenty of time to walk. Maybe in this moment, you're like, I just want to call in some people around me who can walk with me. Like, I don't want to do it by myself. In meditation, start calling in your community. Magnetize the people towards you that you're like, yes. Like, I don't want to do this alone. Tired of sitting here by myself. We're standing, you're holding tree pose alone. Like, I want people with me. Magnetize in your community. This is what I'm doing in the practicum. I'm magnetizing towards me those people who want to play in Pluto and Aquarius magic with me. Like, you feel it, you want to come be in it, come be in the practicum with me. All the information will be in the description if you don't know what I'm talking about. But this is Pluto and Aquarius community building, connecting with like-minded magic makers from around the world. Like, that's what Aquarius is going to activate in us. And the more we are moving and getting the energy flowing in our lives and creating, we're going to magnetize co-creators who are like, I want to play with you. I want to be out there walking into the wind, into the unknown with you. Like, where are we going? What are we going to do? It's going to be a really exciting time and such an adventure. 10 of Swords, you can look this card up in the Lightseer Tarot website. And she'll give you, lots more information. The birds, to me, represent messengers. So 10 is a sign of new beginnings, or the number of new beginnings. What I feel as Pluto is moving into Aquarius over the last couple of weeks, it's like the people who, let me see how to say this best. Different voices will start presenting themselves to us. So maybe it's through YouTube. Like, I found a couple new tarot readers that I've just started following. I found a couple new artists that I'm like, oh my gosh, there's new albums that are coming out. Like, new voices are finding their way towards me through technology that I didn't have in my field before. And I feel like we're going to, because our frequency, our vibrancy is shifting in this next phase of our transformation, we're going to resonate with different frequencies. And so trust the ones that start to make themselves known to you. If you feel like, wow, who are you? Your voice, there's something about your voice that activates something in me. Trust that impulse and dive into the energy that person is creating in their work, in their life, in their stories that they share. There will be magic, or a lot of people say codes. There will be codes that get activated in you by the voice, the frequency of the one that you feel that match with. This is what I do when I transmit these messages, creations. There's frequency, energy in it that activates something in you, and the voice is the bridge for that. So I feel like this card is saying different messengers are going to show themselves to you as you step into the highest potential for this next lunar cycle. This card, as you stand up, you start walking, you start moving, you start getting the energy going. New energies will present themselves to you, new messengers. And trust, because your soul has called in different frequencies to help guide you through this moment of transformation, this first activation of Pluto in Aquarius. And Pluto moves every 250 years around a complete cycle. And so it's just arrived. I talked about this in the Guys Love podcast. It's just arrived into Aquarius from being in Capricorn. And it's like coming into Aquarius. It's going to go just a couple degrees, minutes, whatever the thing is. I don't know all the correct language. It just goes a little bit in. And then it's going to start coming back again to retrograde until it gets to Capricorn in September. And it's going to go back into Capricorn for a teeny bit, like briefly, for September, I think half of September, October, and a little bit of November. It's just going to go back in. and then it's going to come moving. And when it comes back into Aquarius, it's not stopping. It's going all the way through Aquarius until it gets to Pisces. So we're going to have 20 years from November on of like, well, probably 19 years, straight all the way through the sign. But right now we're like dipping in, and then we're going to dip back one last time. Here's what I feel with this as we bring astrology and tarot together. I feel like we the people, because that's Aquarius energy, we the people are co-creating right now with the Wheel of Fortune, the universe, life, consciousness, whatever. Pluto is like here in our hands, and we're sort of turning slightly to kind of get a taste of what's it going to feel like when we go into Aquarius with Pluto. Like what are some of the themes? What are some of the feelings? What's going to happen in my life? Oh, messengers are going to show up. Oh, I'm going to be enjoying things more. I'm going to be relaxing more. Oh, all these things start to show themselves to us. And then we're going to go backwards again until we get into Capricorn. Pluto and Capricorn is going to give us a little bit of time, like a moment to put a few more pieces in place. The last little elements of structure and foundation in our lives. It's like shoring up the ground underneath the Wheel of Fortune here. We're going to put some extra nourishment, nutrients, extra water, pour more sunlight in, do some prayers and meditations over the ground, like whatever it is. We're going to do some structural work. And then when Pluto starts moving back into Aquarius again, it's game on. It's the full cycle all the way through. So this year has a little bit of like, which means you can hear this reading and go, I'm good. I'm going to stay here for a little bit. And then, I don't know, check back with me in September, October, November, and then maybe I'll be ready. Maybe then I'll want to talk about Pluto and Aquarius, but not yet. And that's okay. But our guides are saying, highest potential for this next lunar cycle for us, get up and start walking, start moving, start activating whatever this next phase of your journey is. All right. How about that? 30 minutes. I'm telling you, it's impossible for me to do it in 20. I try, but it's just, there's too much to tell you. I am going to create the extended video and the guided meditation. So if you are already feeling like, tell me more, help me feel and see what to do, the resources I create are exactly for that purpose, to have some fun, to enjoy the process, and to be fully aware of the potential of this moment. Fully aware. And I believe meditation is the greatest way to come into awareness. So all of that is available for $33. You can exchange for it on my website. The link is in the description. I also just signed up for Insight Timer. So I'm going to upload a new moon meditation that's probably 15 minutes, not connected to this tarot reading, just a straight up brief meditation. If you're on Insight Timer, you can look for me, I don't know, as soon as it uploads in the next couple of days, and play with me in that space too. I'm going to do lots of uploading there. This is one of my get up and move. Be one of the messengers on Insight Timer that delivers consciousness. So I will be having some fun over there creating. And then the Practicum is the community that I have created, the Aquarius magical community. If you're looking for beautiful humans that want to play in these realms, it's the perfect place to step into. There are all different levels of classes. You can start at $111 a month for 1 year, or you can go up from there. And it includes the new moon content, the infinite embodiment attunement, which I'm doing on Sunday, a grounding meditation, all kinds of light protocols, like all kinds of stuff. If you move through all of this and on Saturday night, Sunday morning, you're like, I need support. Like there's a lot shifting. I can feel all of it in my body. I don't know what to do with this energy. It's a lot. On Sunday mornings, once a month, I create an infinite embodiment attunement. And we attune our mind, body, soul, and heart in a guided energy healing that I do via Zoom. It's $111. It's the same as if you go for a massage or an acupuncture session, except it's virtual from your home and it's recorded. You can come back to it as often as you want for a year. That's included in the practicum. So all kinds of options. Look at me. I'm so proud of how I'm communicating all of my offers. I'm getting better and better at this all the time. Thank you for being in the space with me. And yeah, have a beautiful weekend of all of this magic of the new moon in Aquarius. So much love.